Scroll through your feed and you'll see intermittent fasting, like the 16-8 schedule, presented as a simple way to cut calories. But beneath that surface level, your body is performing a massive engineering project that starts at the cellular level. The real power of fasting lies in its ability to build metabolic flexibility. This flexibility is the biological ability to switch between two different fuel sources, the glucose from your last meal and the reserve energy stored in your fat cells. To understand when this switch occurs, we need to look at the body as a biological clock. Tracking the human system hour by hour reveals exactly when fat burning activates and when the cell begins to clean itself. Approaching fasting as a timed sequence shifts the focus from what we lose to the specific internal mechanics of human survival. We start with hours 0 to 12. During this window, your body consumes stored glucose, known as glycogen. The speed of this process is heavily influenced by your circadian rhythm, your internal metabolic clock. Because insulin sensitivity peaks in the morning, your system processes food efficiently early in the day. This biological timing suggests that skipping breakfast is less efficient for your metabolism than skipping dinner. This diagram illustrates the metabolic switch occurring between hours 12 and 16. As liver glycogen runs out, triglycerides in your fat cells break down into free fatty acids. The liver then converts these acids into ketone bodies, specifically acetoacetate and beta-hydroxybutyrate. These newly produced ketone bodies are routed through the vascular system. They serve as a high-efficiency fuel for your most vital organs, specifically the heart and the brain. This shift often causes a physical crash known as the fasting headache. As insulin levels drop, the kidneys flush out water and sodium at an accelerated rate. Navigating this hourly window requires targeted electrolyte management. Plain water often isn't enough. The body needs a specific balance of sodium, magnesium, and potassium to maintain physiological stability. Making it through the first 16 hours is the primary mechanical challenge of shifting the body from a glucose engine to a ketone engine. Between hours 16 and 24, ketones begin crossing the blood-brain barrier. This fuel source reduces oxidative stress and provides a more stable energy supply for neurons. This graph compares fuel sources against the production of BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. The spike in ketone utilization correlates with a rise in BDNF, which supports the growth of new neurons and the heightened mental clarity reported by many fasters. Between hours 24 and 48, we encounter a common misconception that a 16-hour fast is sufficient to reach peak autophagy. Autophagy is the cell's internal recycling system. It's a process where healthy cells dissolve damaged proteins and dysfunctional mitochondria to maintain cellular health. This chart outlines the long-term biological cascade. While metabolic changes begin early, research indicates that deep autophagy and DNA repair accelerate significantly after the 24-hour mark. Extending the fast toward 48 hours maximizes these adaptations. As the chart shows, this leads to a measurable resistance to metabolic and oxidative stress across your organs. Reaping the cellular benefits of anti-aging requires pushing past the standard 16-hour window to reach the deeper stages of the biological timeline. When the clock stops, the debate over what counts as breaking a fast begins. People often look for loopholes in pre-workout supplements, amino acid powders, and zero-calorie sweeteners. The answer lies in a mechanism called the cephalic phase insulin response. Even without calories, the sweet taste of a drink on your tongue sends a signal to the brain. The brain then tells the pancreas to release insulin, preparing for a meal that hasn't actually arrived. This insulin spike halts fat oxidation and immediately stops the autophagy process. Hormonal chemistry determines whether the fast continues. Calories are only part of the equation. Ending a fast with a large, high-carbohydrate meal shocks a digestive system that has been dormant for days. This causes blood sugar to spike rapidly, leading to acute inflammation and significant digestive distress. Looking closely at the results, it becomes clear that fasting is an evolutionary mechanism hardwired into human DNA. The goal is to restore the body's ability to efficiently process fuel and clear out damaged cells to build a more resilient organism. Using the body's internal clock turns fasting into a precise method for maintaining metabolic and cognitive health over a lifetime.